Hi, welcome back. Today we're going to be playing with some makeup to get this look that I was inspired by from Pinterest. Today, for a second time, we are going to attempt this look that I found on Pinterest. I did try it yesterday and it was just not working for me, so I was kind of processing what I did, and I have a couple theories, so I'm going to try things just a little bit differently today in the application of the eyeshadow. So let's go ahead and jump into this. One of the things I noticed when I was attempting this eyeshadow look was that the eyeshadow, once I did the cut crease, did not want to stick to my eyelids on these inner corners. So for that reason today, when I prime, I'm going to try to avoid this inner, what would you call it, 2/3 of the eyelid, and just mainly stick to this outer corner and in the crease, so that when I do the cut crease with the concealer, it's not product upon product and then eyeshadow, if that makes sense. Alright, also I am going to quickly do my brows to give me kind of a guideline. So I'm just going to head and do that off camera, and I'll be right back. Brows are on. I have been using my Maybelline Brow Ultra Slim Pencil in Blonde. So now I am going between two different palettes. I have my Milani Soft and Sultry, as well as the Honey palette from ColourPop. So I am going to start with this Milani Soft and Sultry, and honestly, I just kind of go between these three shades to build up this crease section, kind of starting darker and then kind of gradiating up, doing a gradient to lighter shades. Like, I don't know. I didn't really, honestly, I just took my brush and I just kind of tapped into all three. I couldn't even tell you. I just applied it to my eyelids. Oh, something I forgot. I did use these e.l.f. tapes. What are these? Eyeliner tapes? What are they called? Line and Define eye tape. Now what I do is I take it and I cut it in half so that I can kind of prolong the use, and then place those on my eyes, especially before doing the dark colors. So now I'm going to build up the crease with this darkest brown color in this palette. That is a matte, and just really fluff that right here. Okay, now I want to deepen even more the outer corner. So I'm just going to kind of mix this darker gray with this lighter gray shade. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pack it on with one brush, and then I'm going to go in with a second brush that has no product to help blend it out. Alright, so I'm going to pack it on with this brush, just dipping between those two shades. Then I'm going to go in with this brush that has no product and just blend. And just kind of repeat that process until I have the level of depth that I want. And I am going to take just a little bit of that blackest black and add it as well. Okay, now that I'm happy with that, we're going to start on the cut crease. So I am going to use some of my CoverGirl Trublend Undercover Concealer in the shade L100 Fair. I'm going to pop this onto a very small shader brush, and then I'm going to pack that onto the eyelid closest to the eyelashes. Now tilt my head down, look up. Okay, see how that gave me that arch? So now I'm going to go ahead and fill that in with concealer. Now that I have that eye cut, I am going to go in and pack on the shade Oh Behave from the Honey ColourPop palette with a shader brush, a little bit larger one. Now, to blend between the black and the yellow, I'm first going to go in, take a little bit of that gray, and tap over where some of that yellow has kind of fluffed over. Then, in between those two colors, I am going to take a little bit of this kind of brownie chocolatey gold shade and just kind of put that in the middle. I am going to take a little bit of glitter glue. Now, I don't think she had shimmer or glitter on her eyes in that picture, but, you know, we're going to do what we're going to do. Oh, are you serious? I'm going to take some glitter glue from NYX and apply that to the yellow shade. And now I am going to apply the shade Dandy. To kind of clean up where I did the cut crease, I am going to take this defined pencil brush. I'm going to tap it into a little bit of this gray and just lightly shade the top of that cut crease. And then lastly, I'm going to go in. Lastly, I'm going to go in with this shade right here, buff it in this area and bring it down into this corner to bring a little bit of light. And that is the majority of the eye look, except for eyeliner. I am going to go in with the very first brush that we used. I'm going to take just a little bit of this color and blend. And there we have it. So now on to the other eye. All right, there we have it. Now I do recommend doing this before foundation because you will have some fallout, but there is the eyeshadow look so far. And honestly, that's kind of the easy part for me anyways. The hard part is eyeliner, which we are going to attempt again today. I will probably regret it. I actually had it looking semi-decent yesterday, and then the eyeshadow just all fell apart. But I do think that not applying the eyeshadow primer there to where it was eyeshadow primer, concealer, then shadow, then everything else did help, because yesterday it was just completely breaking apart, especially in this inner corner. So that's my recommendation there. So now let me get all of this cleaned up, because to get eyeliner on, I gotta get right up in my mirror and just, you just kind of gotta be brave. You just kind of gotta go for it. So for eyeliner, I'm using the Revolution, whatever this is. I don't even know what the name of this is called. So we just get right up in there, say a prayer, and just hope that everything goes well. Now what I have noticed is I do pull my skin to get it tight to draw the line, otherwise it catches in all my little cracks and crevices. However, because I do that, I do have to extend the line out further than I think it should be. Like where I think the line should be, like here, when I let go is obviously only going to be there. So when I pull, I'm going to go clear out to here, even though that looks weird, because when I let go, it's only going to be there. So you got to kind of compensate for that difference. This is so hard. I forget what I'm doing. I forget that I'm doing this, and I like hold my breath. What I think is right here, instead of going down and out, I need to start going out before I really get into that downward section of my eyelash. So I'm going to pull it, do a little, all right, I'm just going to do this and then I'll explain it to you, because I can't do this and talk. It's not really what I want, but it looks good enough. We can clean that up a little bit. Well, it doesn't help when your eye starts pouring, does it? This side needs help, but my eye won't stop watering. It's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but we're going to stop there because I am going to put lashes on. Lashes may compensate for some of this gnarliness that's happening with my wings. So I am absolutely going to do that off camera because that is torture and it's a nightmare and it is painful for me to endure, let alone for someone else to watch. So I'll be right back. Lashes are finally on. I went ahead and used my Queenie ones from ColourPop. I absolutely love these lashes. I need to learn how to clean them though. They need like cleaned, but I still haven't gone in with mascara. I'm just letting them dry. Now, something I want to try before I go in with foundation, because I have already primed and I'll list everything for you down below, is contouring my lips. I thought I had saved it. I seen it on Instagram where they used a cream contour to go around their lips instead of overlining with a pencil and then applying foundation over to make your lips look larger. So I don't have that tutorial, so we are just going to do our best and go with it. So I'm going to clean off this brush because this looks like the best brush for the job. And I am using my Fenty cream bronzer. So I am just going to, honestly, I'm kind of guessing because like I said, I thought I saved that tutorial, but I cannot find it on my Instagram. So I've got some product on the brush. I don't really know how far down to take this. Again, I'm totally guessing here. I don't remember if you're supposed to do the top lip or not, or if this is just a, I don't remember if this is just top lip or a bottom lip thing, so we're just going with it. I think instead of going all the way around my lip, hold on. I think instead of going all the way around on the top, I'm just going to do the Cupid's bow. I don't know. Alright, so there's an attempt at that. I can definitely tell on the bottom that it looks plumper. I'm going to kind of take off the corner so I don't have such a potato mouth. Alright, let's go ahead and go with foundation. I have my Wet n Wild Photofocus, the Dewy foundation. I haven't used this in a while. I'm excited to play with it again. Now, before we do the whole lip and kind of pat over it, something I forgot I wanted to try was, I have seen a lot of people putting like their concealer before their foundation, and I know that that's not new, but it's not something that I've done in a long time. So on this side, before I go in, I'm going to put my Catrice Liquid Camouflage High Coverage Concealer. This is in the shade 001 Fair. And I've seen this on, I think it was Instagram as well, about highlighting versus doing the triangle, doing this to lift the eye. So we're going to try this as well. Okay, now I'm going to do the same technique on this side where we have already done the foundation. So, in the corner, down the nose, and up that way. Okay, so let's go ahead and do foundation on this side. My nose looks so funny because I don't have anything on my nose yet. And we'll see if we notice any difference. Alright, so now let's do the chin. Okay, I see what they're getting at. See how it lightly leaves that darker portion down there? I like that. Let's do the top. It like created more of a Cupid's bow that I normally don't have. Okay, I can see that technique working. Now, let me make sure I have everything pressed in. Looking at the side where I did concealer first, and this side I did concealer second. I actually really do like this side where the concealer was done first. It looks less dry and cakey on that side. Like on this side where I did concealer second, it looks really rough right here by my nose. But on this side where I did it first, it actually looks really nice. Okay, learning some new tricks today. So let's go ahead. We need to set the under eyes and then we will do the rest of the face. I'm going to go in with some of my Fenty lavender powder. Go ahead and tap out my under eyes. I love using this because you can like push your finger forward and really get in that corner right there, which helps brighten. Yeah, I like that. I like doing the concealer first. That may be a new thing. If it's going to be hard to break out of a routine that I'm so used to, but if I can remember, I really like how that looks. Since I already have this out, I am going to go ahead and bronze with this. What brush do I want to use? I'm going to try it with my Eco Tools, whatever this thing is. I have a hair caught in my eyelashes. That is looking flawless. That is looking absolutely flawless with this brush. That looks really, really good. I also do want to contour with my powder here. Oh no, I'm smelling the Fenty powder still. I'm also going to contour my nose a little bit here. I'm not very good at that. I'm just playing. At this point, I'm just like, ooh, let's put it all on. So, what next? Let's see. We've done foundation. Oh, that's messy. Blush. Let's see. Let's do something we haven't done in a while. For blush, let's go in with a classic. This is the LA Girl Just Blushing in the shade Just Glowing. Have not used this one for a while. This used to be a staple. Great blush. Alright, let's use our Wet n Wild loose highlighter in I'm So Lit. I'm also going to use that as my inner corner highlight and brow bone highlight. I think I'm going to go in with my liner from Milani. This is the Color Statement Lip Liner in the shade 04 All Natural. Okay, and then on top we're going to do some Hard Candy Syrup Kiss Lip Satin in the shade Makeout Mauve. Okay. I believe that is the... No, we gotta do... Hello. Hello. Alright, so let's see. How are we gonna play this? Alright, we're gonna attempt this. I have the Wet n Wild Breakup Proof Waterproof Retractable Eyeliner. We're gonna put that in the waterline. Now I'm going to take a little bit of this shade and run it very close to the lash line. And then below that, I'm going to go in with Oh Behave. So mascara is on. I used my Maybelline Lash Sensational Sky High. And then I added just a touch of the Milani Amour Shine Liquid Lip Color in the shade Delight. I swear, ever since I've discovered this, it's like I don't think my lip look is complete unless I have some of this on. So I just tapped it on right into the center of my lip. And now we have a finished look. With this look completed now, looking at it in its entirety, I actually really like the eye look. Again, we know that my wings are not perfect. That is something that I am definitely having to practice at. I think these lashes are perfect for this look. I like the yellow on the bottom lash line. It's different. I don't think I've done that bold yellow on the bottom lash line before. I really like this technique of doing that little bit of contour on the lower lip. It definitely made my lips look a little bit plumper, but you do want to be careful not to take it too far out and make yourself look like a potato lip. You kind of want to, I kind of cut it off right there and took away the little bit that I had out there. I think that made it look a lot more natural. I really like this cream contour on my face with that brush from Eco Tools. It just looks very natural. I almost think though for this look we could potentially take just a little bit of this Milani bronzer and add just a touch of depth to this outer portion. Yeah, I just needed a touch of something, just a little something, but I think that did the trick. But yeah, I think that honestly I look really pretty. If we weren't in the middle of a pandemic, I would be like, honey, I look too pretty to stay home tonight. But unfortunately we are in the middle of a pandemic, so I guess you and me and YouTube will be the only people who see this look, and that's okay. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you will like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.